Oh, woe is me. I wasn't recording. Oh no. You think you learn. Sometimes you think you learn from the mistakes you've made, and guess what? I didn't. So, yes, this is Fnaf PT Emergency Call, the sequel to Fnaf PT. Alright. I already commented all this. It feels so weird saying it, but this is the game overall, from how I've played so far, right, is pretty fun. Pretty fun. It looks pretty good. It looks better than FNAF PT, which is a nice thing to say. You can check under the bed. That's horrendous. You are confined into your own room. You got curtains here. I guess I'll just as things happen, you'll see what happens. There is no way to beat this night. The developers have made it so that literally as you go on through the night, it gets to a point where it's literally impossible to win. And so, you know, it's all about getting as far as you can. Freddy is under your bed. You gotta love how creepy that is. So, to recap, Night 6, they added Shadow Bonnie into Night 6 for FNAF PT, right? And what I was talking about when I first started playing this is that you have a FNAF poster up at the top right? You have a Bonnie poster specifically. In this room, what looks to be maybe a child's room, because you have drawings up on the. There's Chica, it's a creepy one, in the closet. They decided to come on in instead of staying outside. You have children's drawings. Yep, that's a sign that Foxy's Foxy's pissing some people off. And so you have these drawings up in a room. So I didn't say this alright, no. We're not dealing with it today. That's Bonnie. Bonnie's knocking on the door, or rather, punching the door. Whichever one's most appropriate. Oh, okay, Foxy. Get the hell back. No. Back. Freddy. Oh, no. You should, I'm telling you, some of these animatronics, they get real slick with you. And so, we know from if you've watched the FNAF PT Night 6 video, at the very end, a girl seems to be talking, and we're like seeing from the perspective of an animatronic in the FNAF 1 location by the looks of it, which I don't know how to explain. Thank you, Bonnie, for breaking open the door. Now get out of here. Side note, I'm gonna be all over the place because I actually had a good flow to everything until I realized I wasn't recording. So you gotta love that. But one thing I noticed is that. Oh, okay, Foxy. And just like that, I forgot what I noticed. Oh my god. Okay, I guess alright, so regarding your insanity, there are no pills this time. It seems as if we are kind of dealing with what happens is, with our insanity, in order to decrease it, we have our flashlight. Our flashlight's pretty much. Oh, hell no, Freddy. You get back under there. Or wherever the hell you came from. Our flashlight is going to be our main. Foxy, really. Our flashlight's our main protector against insanity instead of the pills. So I don't know what's the reason for that change necessarily. I think it's a bit weird, personally. But this is a demo, to be clear. Alright, so this is not the full game. I thought Bonnie already came out. Wait, Bonnie's about it. Nope. And you can see on the clock, it updates every 10 minutes. And the further we go, they're gonna come out more often. And so back to that thought, there's like a focus around Bonnie specifically. So I think that's gonna be in relation to the story that's being made here, right, with our character. And my theory is that we are the same character as from the first game. However, this is literally just coming to mind now. I have a feeling that this game could possibly be a prequel game. Because, for one, in the first game, we are in a living room, right? Presumably by ourselves. But we're in a living room. We have pills in front of us. We have a TV, right? The pills are mainly what do it for me, right? Because right now we're in what appears to be a child's bedroom. Hold on. Oh my god, Freddy. Yeah, first time I saw that kind of first time. Oh, you should see. That's what this is the thing about. There's no way I don't, because I'm not gonna try and fake a reaction out of seeing Freddy. When I saw Freddy under here for the first time, I got spooked. And when Bonnie broke open the door, I was literally looking at Bonnie like this, and Bonnie didn't go away, which I think was a bug, and Bonnie jump scared me, and I thought I did something wrong, but I didn't. I think that our character in this game is a child, right? And so obviously we're not going to be able to be popping we're not going to be able to pop stress medication constantly. I mean, you wouldn't be able to in reality, but as a kid, we're not going to be having those kinds of medications, I assume. Now, my assumption, my theory, rather, is that these animatronics are not real. This is all part of our imagination, right? Or maybe from some sort of illness that we have that's caused some trauma-related illness that's possibly causing us to see these animatronics. Oh, okay. Oh, yep. There you go. Insanity. It's starting to pop off. This is what I'm saying. Like, it gets to a point where it literally gets too difficult because your insanity just keeps stacking. But it seems like they're calming down a little bit for now. Yep, see, it happens there, and now it's gonna get to a point where it's gonna be too hard to manage. Okay, Freddy, let me guess, you're there. Yep. Yeah, Bonnie seems to contribute to a lot of stress from what I've noticed. Oh no, you don't. I have to be honest, oh my god, Chica, stop it. Oh, come on, stop it. Oh, Foxy, get out of here. Oh my god. But this is pretty much what happened to me last time. Oh, hold on. Before I... Yeah, you can boop the nose. The nose boops are back. I'm gonna, like, pass out as a result. Yeah, there's literally... It's gonna get to max. Oh. Yeah. Also, yeah, even listening now, it sounds like we're a child, but I think it's clear we are a child. And so that's what happens. That's kind of like the whole stress game over, basically. Alright, so now that's early in the night. And so my theory is that this is a prequel to the events in Fnaf PT. Mainly because it seems like here we're a child and we're most likely older because of the fact that we have stress medication, possibly. I'm not entirely sure. But there's no indication that we're a child in the first game anyway, and this time it seems that there is, so I highly doubt this is like in the future, right? Especially considering we do not have the stress medication this time. So maybe if this is a prequel story, it means that we don't have the stress medication yet because we haven't been prescribed it yet. And so my theory is that this girl has had some sort of traumatic event with one of these animatronics, possibly Bonnie, because of the focus they're putting on Bonnie in this game, with the Shadow Bonnie in FNAF PT, and now this Bonnie poster up here, right? That's kind of what I'm assuming. And here's another thing that also leads me to that conclusion. Right now in this game, all of the characters have been a bit similar compared to FNAF PT. For example, right, all of the For example, well, Foxy is different because before Foxy was already inside the house, and now Foxy starts outside. Chica starts inside and started outside before, And Freddy was pretty much acting the same. Freddy still creeps around inside your house from the beginning. No. And yet there is one constant. And that's Bonnie. Bonnie still goes into the room through the door, right? So Bonnie remains consistent. And so it could just be a design thing, but you know, I feel like they changed the others. Why didn't they change Bonnie's? Right? So, you know, theory, maybe that has something to do with the focus on Bonnie as a character in this story. So my theory is that this girl had some sort of incident with Bonnie, right? And as a result, possibly is suffering through some form of PTSD or some trauma-related disorder, or in dealing with trauma regarding these animatronics and imagining them in her house, right? Even to the point where she has to get prescribed medication to deal with it. But of course, as we know from the first game, the medication is not that effective because we still see the animatronics, you know, trying to break in, trying to get to us particularly. Because you have to think about it. If these animatronics are real, why are they after us? Right? Especially now that we're a kid. Why are they after us? No reason for them to be after us. Makes no sense. It doesn't. Especially if I'm going to believe the fact that we're older in the first game, they're after us for years then. For what? What could we possibly have done? Right? Now, interestingly, when that girl speaks in FNAF PT, there is we're like looking from the perspective of an animatronic in a FNAF 1 location, so it's hard to tell what that means exactly. But it could point to the fact that we did have a connection to the FNAF establishment at one point, which could support the idea that these are physical animatronics. But for now, I'm gonna lean towards the whole hallucinations. You know what I mean? And especially because in both games there has been something relating to stress and insanity, right? Like, we're being driven insane by these animatronics. And it's like the more active they become, the more insane we go. So it makes you wonder. I hate that. I love that they do that, but I hate it at the same time. Seeing them literally get closer in front of you, like seeing them actually like pop up instead of just like, you know, you look away and then they're automatically there. I love the fact that Freddy again. No, stop it. Nope. Take the noise boop. And a part of the reason why that's also my theory is because, as you know, if you've watched FNAF PT from what I've done, the Freddy plushie at certain times looks at you, right? At certain times you'll see oh god. You'll see the Freddy plushie look at you, right? Like, very so often they'll stare at you, and I think that contributed to your stress. Okay, there's your jump scare. Oh, what the hell? I forgot about Freddy. Another thing that comes to mind regarding the animatronics is that they don't look the same, right? Which makes sense, but it's like these animatronics look more monstrous compared to the first game. And that fits my theory about this girl imagining them, because of course, especially from a young age, if she did have an incident with these animatronics, similar to like FNAF 4, where the crying child was hallucinating all these animatronics appearing so monstrous, I think that could be what she is kind of experiencing herself. She's seeing the very mascots that she seems to have loved, because there's a Bonnie, a Chica, and a Freddy plushie in her room. It tells me that she has gone from loving these characters to fearing them, right? To the point where she's constantly imagining herself being attacked by them. So I think that is the story that this game may be trying to tell. It's not entirely sure yet, and I'm not exactly sure why it's called Emergency Call, but this could be, like, what we're doing right now in this night could be the night that maybe caused us to go to the hospital and then led to this whole stress medication ordeal. Hard to tell, because there's not much story on it, right? FNAF PT only had that last cutscene, and obviously this is the demo for the sequel, so hard to tell. But that's my theory so far. I just have to wait for the game to release and see what they do in terms of storytelling and what visible changes there might be in the game and the gameplay, which I'm not sure what's planned or not, but I'm excited either way. But regardless, I think that pretty much covers it, right? That's my theory. I'm assuming this is gonna. My theory is that this game is a prequel sequel, telling the past of the character from the first game. That's what I think. That's what seems to fit the most, especially if I'm assuming we're the same character. All right, but considering we're dealing with a similar stress mechanic, right? It's not a far stretch, I don't think. And we're managing the same animatronics, so they just look different. But, you know, I think that might still connect in there. So that's my theory on that. So FNAF PT released over a year ago, which is a pretty major, you know, I mean, so it's cool to see. I think that's one of the cool things about, it's cool to see, right? I mean, it's something that exists with games in general, right? Like, you see, like, as a game development studio over time, how they improve upon the work that they've done in the past, and it's cool seeing that with the FNAF fan games especially. Right, it's just cool seeing like what they have done and what they're able to do now. Like, this is such a major improvement, like, over the graphics, the fidelity of everything. It's just it's obvious. You can tell how much better the developers have gotten. But overall, I'm excited for this game. And so, with that said, I do hope you did enjoy. If you want to check this demo out for yourself, it'll be in the description below. And of course, also, if you did enjoy, leave a like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. I hope to see you in another video, right? And take care.